that. Voila. I feel to wear turquoise today. So, hello everybody. I'm quite tired these days. I'm tired. I think it's since the last moon. I'm needed to sleep, so I just have a nap in the afternoon. I had a nap of almost 2 hours, and I feel better. So, everything is really working on us these times. It's very, very challenging and important times, and I think in some years from now, we will realize even more how this is amazing times. Very difficult for a lot. I receive a lot of message of people not knowing what to do, especially now that there is school coming. Me, I am not in this situation because my kids are grown and my granddaughter as well. So it's not the same issue that I'm facing, not at all. One thing is sure for me, if my children had to go to school with masks, I will not put them, because I know too much how it's important to breathe, and I know too much that this doesn't protect anything. Indeed, it's actually create trouble for their lungs that are growing. So this would be a no situation. It's maybe people think maybe it's easy for me to say that because I'm not in this situation, but it's what I would do. And if my kids are listening, they know that I would do that I will not oblige them to do this. No way. So, because since all my years, my life, I learned so much about health, about nature way to heal, that I could not do that, because this is a way to don't be healthy. Simply at that. There is oxygen is what we need, and we cannot breathe what we throw back. It's impossible. So it's not something that is good for us and that is good for the world, because what we give back from our body is useful for outside of us. I spoke about that recently, telling that the plants need our CO2 that we exhale to live, to thrive. So there is a big, beautiful balance in nature, and everything is in perfect order when we keep the balance. And what is going on right now is that the balance has been lost because too much things against nature law, simply. Too much chemicals, too much synthetic. Synthetic is something that is create interferences with the natural body. We are electric beings. We are electric, and we have to, in a way, to maintain a balance, an electric balance, and this electric balance is also made by what we put in the body, the alchemy that is made with the component organic matter of our body, and the organic or the non-organic matter outside of our bodies that we put in our body, or that we surround our body with. So all this, it's not complicated to understand that we are I had a beautiful discussion exchange yesterday with Anna, and she was saying something. She's not even 18, and she was saying something so simple as watching animals. Because watching animals, and it was what she told me was like, yeah, watching animals don't pretend anything, they just be. And they know where they can go and sleep and turn. If it's not right, they change the place, and because they are totally aligned with nature. So it's really, it's for that. If you have pets, watch them. Because, and pet owner knows this, they learn a lot from their pets. And these are animals that are domesticated. But in a way, we can, by telepathy, communicate with maybe easier than with the wild one. But it works with the wild ones too. And I had some experiences even with fishes. They are playful, they are curious. I remember the morning at sunrise in Corsica, when I was going to sunbath, and I was alone on the beach, and you have the sun is not there yet, but the water is so clear that you can see the ray of the sun under the water before the sun is out. And it's magical, and you see very well the little fishes when it's like that. And the water is fresh, and it's like gray, transparent, blue, gray blue, and you have this light, very light golden light coming through, and the fishes are there, and I was like, where I can stand up on the sand, in the water up to here, so I can see them, and I saw them around me. So I was like, oh, they are not scared. So I was moving to make them going away, and they don't. And I saw if I was changing place, they were coming with me, around me, and turning around, and they are curious, and they play with this thing that is in the water, maybe because they feel as well that I admire them, their beauty, and I love them, so they don't feel in danger. I had this experience multiple times in Corsica, every morning when I was taking my bath. It was quite magical, but I had the experience as well one day, and this was really magic. I was in the Bahamas on a private island for a job, modeling job. It has turned in a little bit in disaster because we have been stuck on the island because of a hurricane, and it was almost nothing to eat. So we were in a private residence, and I say, okay, I offer myself to cook, and it was quite challenging. It was not a lot of things, but I did, with what I found, some pasta and some beans, and I created something. But the most amazing thing was that as I knew I was going in Bahamas, and I know that the water is really clear, I brought my snorkeling, and in fact I did not need it neither. And I went in this water really, really transparent, really clear. And there I saw fishes that were equally transparent. I never saw fishes transparent before. And this was amazing. So I repeat the same situation with the one in Corsica. And they were around me. And they were turning. And if I was changing place, I was going like 2 meters away, they were following me and playing and turning around. They were not scared. So, and I had this also here with the big fish. They are like big, and they are like the small tiger shark, we call them. They are friendly, They are very silent, like fishes for sure, but you don't notice them. They come close to you. I was seated on the sand, and here it's not transparent like Corsica, but you can see the ocean is like a little bit muddy. And I seated on the sand, and the sand is dark gray, like almost linen color, you know. And it was early morning. I was seated, so my legs were, you know, straight in front of me, my hands like that on the back, and I was watching the water. It was quiet, the ocean was quiet. And I felt a presence. It was weird because I could not see very well, but I felt a presence, and it was tiger shark. I was not scared, but at a moment when I move a little, I felt their skin on my skin. Oh, it was really weird. So I said, wow, what is that? And someone told me, oh, it's a tiger shark. They are not dangerous. I said, yeah, I felt it, but I felt the presence. They are quite big. So it's, you know, this thing with fishes. And I went on that because I was speaking about the small exchange I had with Anna yesterday, who told me about observe fishes, to observe animals. And yeah, these are creatures like we are. The difference is that we have an ego that they don't, that is also helpful to us. To, you know, build our personality, to grow, it's a tool of spiritual development. And but the good thing for them is that as they don't think the same way, they are more about feeling, intuition. Intuition is direct knowledge, and they don't have to pretend anything to be. They know. And we have the same ability. If we are true to ourselves, if we are in integrity with ourselves, automatically we are in integrity with the environment. We don't pretend to be anything. And by that presence, it's a question of presence. We are. And we are inspired. We are crossed by intuition. And we know what to do or to don't do. And what is going on now in the world is that most of the people that are organic, like nature and like animals, has been so much distracted by all what is around that cut them for their natural way to be, that they are lost. So this is and they don't know. I have these messages to ask me about how I have this, about blood pressure, what I can do. I don't know. I don't have this issue. When I have something, when I experiment something in my body, I witness about it. And I witness about it without, I would say, inhibition. I'm not scared to speak about intimacy with my body or intimate things that happen in my body, like I spoke recently some months ago about incontinence. But I cannot speak about things that I don't experiment. I don't have arthritis. I don't have all these kind of things. So when you ask me that, it's very difficult for me to answer. I cannot tell you anything. I cannot give you any information. I spoke about menopause and how I crossed that time, that last 10 years, But this was my experience. I cannot tell you, you have to do that or that. I can give you information. I cannot give you advices. I'm not in your skin. One thing I noticed about menopause is that you have to learn to listen more to your body and to rest. And you have to avoid sugar, processed sugar. This is the most important thing. So, this said, I do this video because it's what I do. I do since more than 20 years. I'm never sick. If I am, I embrace it because I know it's something that is important for my body to grow, my spiritual body to grow, and it brings more and more strength to my immune system. I experienced quite very hard about that. That every time I trusted my body, but this is me. I cannot tell you to do that if you are not in tune with this way to be. But there are things I realize now that it's something I can give you as information. And I will write this under the video for you to be able to go and read. You have to read. This is one of the things as well that has been lost. People don't read very much, or they read the title, but they don't know absolutely what is going on underneath. And this, like that, if they don't read, this cannot resonate with them and cannot awake their inner wisdom, inner knowledge. Because when you read something, you connect dots. It starts to make sense with what your experience, your life experience. And you say, oh, this is that, or this is that, or me too, I had that. Oh, it did like that to get out of this. Oh, yeah, this is a good idea. I never thought about that. Reading anything, it's very important. That it be an article about a topic of politics that is going on, and that it be about medical issue, and we are, there are a lot of things about that, because humans lost track about how the body is functioning. So now we are submerged with all these medical issues, and it's great. A lot of people are learning a lot of things that they never considered before, that they never put their attention before. So it's good. It's a good time, and it's that. So people now, I direct more and more people, especially if I speak French. When it's in another language, I don't know, because the person I'm working with, the persons, different ones, I'm working with at distance. They are not with me here. In fact, they are in France, and it's possible to work on your energetic body at distance. And this is what is going on for some people who knows kinesiology. It's a way, but this you have to be beside the subject. But in bioenergy, you can be at distance. So I practice this since more than 21 years now, since I arrived in New York with someone who is in France. Because when I arrived in New York, I don't have the therapist, yes, I was seeing when I was in France, like osteopath, naturopath, acupuncture. And I was not trusting the medical here because I've been so used to be helped by this other kind of therapy that are not allopathy, that I could not, I didn't know anyone in the US. So like the universe brought me someone to help me at distance. And for that, you can find, I'm sure they are here in this country, but me, I don't need, because I have my sources that are far away. But I'm sure they exist. So what I'm going to encourage you to check, it's one of the approaches. And this is not, it's not made at distance. It is a method, but it's called the ACMOS method. I'm speaking quite a lot about this, and I give this contact to the people who contact me with issue, but I cannot help. So you go on the, it's in English, so you go on the ACMOS method website. I will write the name there. And you read about that, and you check where you can have a practitioner about this method in your area. I know there are some in the US you can see, and maybe some of them are working at distance. The bioenergetician I'm working with, I work with 3 different ones. 2 are my friends since a long time. One is my song teacher I had in Paris. So I experimented with her energetic healing directly with her, but now she can work as well at distance. And I could experiment that last year when I had an issue in my body. A pain suddenly arrived, and I had no reason to have that pain. Strong pain, precise on one point, very precise. And there is also my friend Bernard that is working differently than her, and who has been trained like almost 25 years ago about ACMOS method, and developed his own method at distance, and also work with the divine connection. So I could not really tell you how they do that, because people ask me. I cannot tell you what I know. There is a way for people who are trained. It's what the shamans are doing all around the world. They connect to your frequency, to your energy. Sometimes you can feel it as you as well. I had many experiences where I had someone in front of me, and I was seeing something in the body that was like escaping, or something. It could be an eye that was like a void, or it was like feeling that something was not aligned, and feeling it in my body as well. And with discussion, knowing better the person, I knew about the story of the person. It was linked, what I felt was linked with an event, a traumatic event that the person lived in the physical body, but was also touching the psyche. And it was like a signal from the body of that person, unconscious signal, not conscious at all, for someone one day maybe be attracted and put attention on that small thing, unbalanced, not aligned, escaping, like, off-centered, and to have the idea to ask, what happened to you? What happened to your eye? What is going on with your arm? Or the body language, the way to walk, or the way to speak sometimes can reveal something, a pitch in the voice that is like making like, it's like I feel like it's hurt my throat when I hear this person. And it can be, it's very interesting. And as photographer, also doing portrait, I notice things, and the lens is enlarging these things. So I don't, say, I see this or that, but if we are in the discussion, often the person start to speak about something, and after they say, I don't know why I spoke to you about that. It's just because it's an unconscious silent language of the souls. I notice something, and the soul knows of the person that I noticed something, but I said nothing. So the soul of the person makes the person, like by chance, speak about something, and the person is surprised. Why do I speak to you about that? And this is the start of an exchange that often bring to the situation, to something that I felt, and that by empathy, in fact, and without asking anything, just by noticing, just by putting attention, noticing, and feeling that in my body that something is not flowing well, coming with this thing that I notice from that person makes something not flowing well in my body. And he can direct me to where the thing is. And like by chance, as I noticed, I put attention as I've been, but I just don't interfere. Like by chance, the person brings something in the discussion that is connected to the topic, that is directly connected to the result that is in the body, that I felt in my body. And through the discussion, the person can have an option, can have a resolution. It's for that we are of public utility, all of us. We are all in touch if we just put attention. And it's quite simple, in fact. So this is what I wanted to share with you. There are ways now, there are bioenergy medicine, it's quantic medicine. It can be practiced at distance. The therapist gonna be in touch with your frequency, because we are electric beings, like I said at the beginning. We have a special frequency, and being in touch with the frequency regarding if you are centered or not, this bioenergetician can recenter your energetic body, electromagnetic and bioenergetic body. And when you are centered, you can face situation differently. You can take decision that it was difficult to take. You can be surprised. You can resolve things that suddenly you have the solution. And if you are sick, you can also start to heal, because you are aligned, because your frequency is vibrating on something that is centered, your integrity, and as nature you can start to heal yourself. And you can have answers as well, because if you are, this is also something I wanted to tell you, if you don't know intuitively what kind of, for example, supplement you can take, and you would love to have, to take this. Often, most of the people take a lot of supplement because they think they need that, or it's good, they heard that it's good to do. It's not bad, but it's even better when you can have someone that is testing your body with these supplements to see if your body needs it, if your body needs this one, or this brand, or this brand, or this brand, because this also can be the best brand, but maybe one is good for you and another one is not. And also the most important thing is that if your body doesn't need it, and if the brand is not adapted, the product is not adapted, and this can create trouble to your body, because it's going to overload your liver, and that is a big filter of the body, and the liver cannot work properly. So it's for that, when you have a good kinesiologist, or you have a bioenergetician that can test for you, or you can learn how to do it by yourself. I feel it's like food, oh yeah or no, it just, and if I forget to take something, is that I don't need it anymore, and it's rare that I take supplements. And then I have a doubt that I say, oh, I would love to take that, but I'm not sure. I send an email to my friend and I say, what my body is responding about that. I feel I need this, but I'm not sure. And I can see how your body, there are three things. It's adapted, neutral, or inadapted. If it's inadapted or neutral, you don't need to take it. Especially if it's inadapted, because it's going to lower your frequency, your vibration. And if it's adapted, it's going to give you a plus. And what a good kinesiologist or bioenergetician can test is with your body, is how much do you need a day, how many days, and when you need to take it during the day. So this is very important because it's personalized, and you don't go blindly to take things that, even if they are good product, can harm you because you simply don't need it. And because you can have a good product that is not adapted for you. This is something that is possible. You can have the best supplement, but it's not adapted for you because we all have a specific chemical balance. And this chemical balance make us able to simply use our mind. If we have, if we are eating things that are not really good or too much synthetic thing, our brain is not functioning well. So we cannot take the right decision or make the right choices. All is linked. So it's about that. This chemical balance is very subtle. Our hormones with the organs, it's so perfectly made. It's blow-minding when you start to learn about this, that you don't want to disturb this chemical balance. You want to help your body and to work the best as possible, because as nature we have this ability to heal, to self-healing ourselves. So this is what I wanted to tell you today. I wonder if I have some questions. I'm checking. I don't see any question. I'm just going to write this thing, and you read, you go on the website, and it's in French as well, so if you are French language, you can find in French, and there are other languages. I think it's in Spanish, German, and maybe other languages, so you can check it out, and this is going to give you a base to understand how is working your electromagnetic field, your body, energetic body, and how this technique can help to recenter. If you found a bioenergetician, it's interesting to have a session in direct, because like this you see with the antenna and with all the extract of element, homeopathic remedy, organic element and everything, you're going to see how your body reacts with the antenna to this or this element. And after you can also ask questions that are personal to you. If you have, for example, to have a surgery, and you want to know, for example, when is the best time for you to do it, if it's necessary to do it, and also if it's necessary, when the body responds yes, you can ask when it's the best time. So the bioenergetician gonna ask, for example, from now to 1 month, or in 2 months, or in 3 months, and your body gonna answer. So this, you can precise the time frame. Also, your body can answer if you have a choice in different surgeons. You can have the name of the surgeons, and your body can answer about that. So this helps to pacify, to bring more peace, to bring more reflection also, for you to take in consideration all the aspects. To have this information is precious in that. And like this, you can take decision and prepare yourself. For example, if it's for surgery, when I had to have the meniscus surgery, I prepared my body. I spoke to my body. I told my body, it's going to be this procedure. You will not be able to walk for some days. It's going to be that. They're going to numb you. I spoke with my body like I was speaking with a friend, to prepare for my body to don't be surprised and don't be in a shock. Same when you go to the dentist. When I go to the dentist, I say, okay, I prepare myself. This doesn't mean that it's not painful. If it is painful, it is. But you can have, it can be numb. But even to be numb, it's great to prepare your body, because when you prepare your body, it's like, okay, I'm going to get that. Sure, he's not speaking, but he's prepared, he's ready. And like this, he's going to go with the process, So it's very, very important to do that. And now they say that now we call this quantic medicine, but it's known since the age of time. It's something we are rediscovering. It's very, very, very interesting. Let's see if I have... Oh, I saw a question that make me laugh. No, I never been bitten by a fish. No. I know that sometimes they come also because they want to take the small dead cells that you have, but not this one. They are too far away. They did not came to touch me. They just came because they are curious. They feel there is something alive in the water, and they are like, So, I'm checking if I have a question. Yeah, what I say, it can seem crazy. Exactly. But it works for me. Yeah, muscle testing. It's about that, but it's because we are electric and the body respond to stimulus in a way that it can be, a word. Someone can tell you something, and you're gonna feel something in your body. So I receive a badge. I thank you very much, that person. It's really, really kind of you. And so I was also looking if I had maybe... No, I'm searching for Anna. Okay, so I'm gonna let you now. It starts to be dark here. I wish you a good night and or a good day, and at very soon. Bye bye.